You can have that vaginal birth that you've been dreaming of, even if you've had a C-section. But there are two realities that you must, and I stress, must master. These are your fear and your dominant desire. Let's begin with your desire to experience a vaginal birth. Deep within you, you've been yearning to do this. You've been feeling a sense of incompleteness. And even though your family and friends may be supportive, they do not share the same inner desire as you do. They do not understand why this is so important to you. In fact, they can't. This is your desire, not anyone else's. One that you are carrying within you. And although it scares you a bit, it excites you even more. And more than anything else, you know you are meant to do this. Well, look, if this is true, and if this is your innermost desire, you feel this and you truly want this, you know you want to be complete without this, then your desire to have a vaginal birth after caesarean must be elevated to become your dominant desire, so that your entire being is now at one with your desire. So why is this important? Because there are immutable laws that govern life and the universe. An immutable law is a law or rule that is fixed. It is unable to be changed. So if you know this, accept it. Worrying won't change it. One of these unchanging laws is that dreams and desires have prices attached to them if they are to be made real. If you are to make your dream a reality, you must be prepared to attach value to it. The greater the desire, the greater the value that must be attached to it. You then have to determine whether or not the dream or the desire is worth the value of the price attached to it. Once you've determined that it is, then you'll realize soon that something about having a dominant desire, it empowers you and emboldens you. So now you have to believe, you have to truly desire this. You have to continually nurture that desire. You have to see it through until it comes to life. Believe me, you can do this. I've been a doula and a birth companion, helping mothers all over the world for almost 30 years. I'm also a qualified midwife. And I have witnessed mothers over and over again defy the odds. I've been blessed to be a part of wonderful success stories, wonderful mothers who have achieved their dream vaginal births. Beautiful stories, such as one mother. She had 2 caesareans and birthed twins vaginally. Yes. This is referred to as a VBAC 2, and believe me, this is impressive. A mother who had 2 caesareans and was told there's no way she can have a VBAC, yet amazingly birthed her baby in the hospital corridor. Or a mother who was unable to get to hospital in time and birthed in her car, whilst another mother who chose to labour or birth at home decided she's staying at home. These mothers were instilled with confidence, reassurance, right information throughout their pregnancy. It was continuous care and communication that these mothers and many more were successful. But remember, I said there are 2 things that you must master. We've talked about your dreams and nurturing your dominant desire until it becomes real. Don't forget though, there is still the immutable law. Once you put out the desire, the universe demands that you prove that you want it. Why? Because fear is the great saboteur of dreams. And if you want to have your dream vaginal birth, then we have to deal with the fear that's within you and the forces outside of you that feed that fear. We have to deal with the real and the imagined. Now, don't become overly concerned that you are worrying or even fearful. Fear is normal. Fear is natural. Fear is necessary, especially as you bring new life into the world to protect it. When it is positive, fear is an extension of love. Your fear can also be negative as well. Your fears, when they overwhelm you, can cause you to inhibit new life. They can become amplified, greater than they actually are. I love these words from Frank Herbert, the author of Dune. It's not verbatim, but listen. I must not fear. Fear is the mind killer. I will face my fear. I will permit it to pass over me and through me. And when it is gone, I will turn the inner eye to see its path. Where the fear has gone, there will be nothing. Only I will remain. You can't allow that dream to die before it has taken root, because just as the embryo needed to be given the chance to be implanted in your womb to become your baby, so too your dream needs a chance to take root, to grow and come to birth. For a mother to desire a VBAC, it is seen in the eyes of many health professionals as something that is not possible. Well, guess what? It is possible. You are now going to be faced with challenges that will make you doubt yourself. This is inevitable, but you already knew this, so you're calm. You are resolute. Therefore, the 3 tools that you must enlist from now and throughout your pregnancy to overcome your fears are: number 1, your dominant desire. You must nurture that constantly. See, imagine, feel baby as you hold him or her to your chest after you have successfully birthed. Number 2, self-belief. I can do this and I will. I will face my fear. It will pass over me and through me, and only I will remain. And number 3, good information, such as the up-to-date research, articles, stories, and even hiring a VBAC doula. Remember, it's immutable, it's inevitable. You will face this. Any mother who has had a caesarean and conceives again will be put in the high-risk category. This is standard policy. The doctor or healthcare provider is not on a personal crusade to hinder your vaginal birth. They have taken a Hippocratic oath to do no harm. Therefore, their standard position is to avoid what they perceive as unnecessary or risky to you and baby. So the doctor will share information with you, and that is what you must see it as, just information. Your doctor will be assessing what may or may not be possible for you in relation to giving birth vaginally. This means regardless to what happens in your pregnancy, your scar will be the major factor for the next 20 plus weeks. Being labelled high risk based on the scar is understandable. The doctor will emphasize on the fact that the scar could rupture. So now the questions within you arise. Will my scar rupture? And with anxiety and fear that follows, what did we say? Yes, that's right. This is natural. This is the way. Every mother before you who has achieved her vaginal birth has faced this, and they've had their dream birth. Once booked at a hospital, your obstetric history can be the decider for a doctor as to whether or not you can achieve a VBAC. A lot of the time, things that are manifested in pregnancy, such as high blood pressure, gestational diabetes as examples, may become the determining factor regarding how a birth should be. But as stated before, whatever the doctor doctor shares with you, it is just information. There is nothing engraved in stone saying that a VBAC is not possible. When you're researching, the women in the research are not you. Each woman is unique. You are unique, just as each pregnancy is unique. That means regardless of any results of a study, it does not mean it will happen to you. So prepare yourself. Hold on to that dominant desire. Feel baby growing within you and know you want this. As a VBAC mother, it will be like as though it was your first pregnancy. You may have laboured and dilated, but not to the point of birthing baby vaginally. You may have had a breech pregnancy and the decision was made to birth in theatre. Well, don't worry. What happened before doesn't have to repeat itself again. Remember, this pregnancy is unique. We're focusing on making this one different. In preparing right, getting the right doctor who will support you, having the right supporters around you, being in the right environment that's right for your birth. A VBAC mother, just like any other pregnant one, has to be reminded over and over of being the best and getting the best throughout her pregnancy. Your confidence and self-esteem has to be rebuilt. It is during the rebuilding that your determination is built and your confidence grows. So I want to invite you to join in my special VBAC class. I call it VBAC Without Fear. A lot of what has been shared with you here, I will be sharing it in the special class to prime you for a VBAC mindset. Oh yes, there is such a thing. That's why my success rate is high. All of the mothers that I've supported, I get them into a mindset to minimize their fears, building up that mental muscle so that they are willing and able to mentally and physically achieve their VBAC. I want to show you that you don't have to feel, you have to slog and fight your way through pregnancy. Sometimes you can win a fight without actually having to fight, especially when you have right information. You can do it. Believe in yourself. You really can. Move forward on your inner desire, your dominant desire. Don't allow fear to be the dream killer. Move forward on your dream. Connect with me. Get in on this class. Let's get you into that VBAC mindset and get you closer to your dream destination, having your vaginal birth. And hey, before you go, make sure and grab my free booklet, the VBAC Warrior's Guide to Supporting VBAC Mothers Throughout Their Pregnancy. And learn how easy it is to get your family and friends to become your crack VBAC support team. Check out the links below or visit pregnancy-without-fear.com for more information. Don't stop believing.